Hi, I'm 7 Foot Geek, and this is The View from the Clouds. It's Monday, January the 4th, 2016, and happy start of the new year and start of the Nerd Fitness Challenges. If you followed me here from Nerd Fitness, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you followed me here from Facebook or other social media, then you probably don't. For the past 3 years, I've been part of the fitness community on nerdfitness.com. How many times can I say fitness? Well, let's find out. Nerd Fitness is a collection of nerds, as is evident by the name, who are really interested in fitness and being more healthy. Some of them are in extremely good shape and do things like casually pick up 600 pounds, and other people are just getting started and still trying to figure out what they should be eating and why, and how they can include more exercise into their lives. I'm somewhere in the middle ground for this group. Now, the way that we organize our the forums is that every 4 weeks now, there is a challenge where we set goals for a short period to try and start in and develop good habits. And that means that we have a start and an end. We have goals that are measurable and achievable and smart and all that good stuff. And at the end of it all, we say, hey, how did we do? Was it good? Was it good? Bad? What worked? What didn't? And for me, part of my challenge are these videos. And while I will continue past the 4 weeks, this is me saying from Nerd Fitness, hello. And so now what I actually want to talk about, and not just shilling the Nerd Fitness community, is in fact what I'm going to get up to today to make my day better. I study Hapkido. I'm a second-degree black belt, and I have studied at my club since April of 2005. I love it there. And it has become one of those things that I say to people, this is one of the things that you should be doing. And now I'm not saying everyone should do Hapkido, even though I think they should, but find something that you love. I love my art. I love my club. I love my teachers. I love the students that I teach. I love finding out new and interesting ways to do things the human body really shouldn't be able to do. But for me, this was my gateway into fitness. It is the new year, so people are talking about, well, they make resolutions and say, I'm going to get back to the gym, or this is the year I lose that last 20 pounds, or I'm really going to cut back on my drinking, or whatever it may be. The problem with a lot of these goals is that we tend to make them too big. They are just too darn big. When you say, I want to lose a bunch of weight, or I want to get healthy, those are big, difficult to process statements. And for me, saying something like, I want to get stronger, I do, but how do you go about doing that? There's a lot of moving parts to go along with that statement. So, as part of the Nerd Fitness Challenges, we say, well, okay, don't make those broad declarative statements. Instead, what are you going to do right now? Something that you want to try that you can figure out over the next 4 weeks. What's good for me? For me, it was going to Hapkido. I found this place that I just fell in love with it from day one. And it was amazing. I wanted to go all the time, but I was in college, so I had things to do. I had projects to work on and assignments and homework and studying and all that, and I could only go a few times a week. Now, I'm married, I live in a different city than my club, and I can only realistically go twice a week. But I still go, and it's a habit now. It's something that's built into what I do as part of who I am. And what I'm trying to do now is to build other habits. Like I talked about yesterday, one of those is being a little more honest about my depression. And that's going to take a while, to be honest. But there are other things. There's doing more batch cooking to save time in the evening so that my wife and I can spend more time together. There's getting back to the gym. Yeah, I'm a second-degree black belt, but if you ask me to pick up my body weight, I'm going to struggle. So I've got places that I can go and things I'd like to accomplish. So what I'd ask everybody else to do is to say, what are your goals? What are you going to accomplish? And not something big and monolithic, like this is the year that I'm finally going to climb a mountain or discover a cure for cancer, but what am I going to do in the next couple of weeks? What's a simple thing? Maybe try cooking a meal every week, a single meal with something you've never used before. Or maybe try a day where you don't have a can of pop with your lunch or your dinner. Why? That's a thing. That's one thing that you can change and you can affect. And every single person can do those one things. You take all of them that you do over the course of a month or 6 months or a year, and suddenly you've got some really big things that you've accomplished. 2.5 years ago, I stopped drinking and I lost 20 pounds without changing anything else. So that's one of those things that you can do. So this is another rambly topic that, again, I can talk a lot about. But I'm going to leave it at that. What are you going to do for yourself? That's simple and that's easy. I'm 7 Foot Geek, and this has been The View from the Clouds.